I started, it was all about it. My father was typically, was the son of a very successful man and never had a role, and blew his father's money pretty fast. So I was clogs to clogs in 3 generations, or could have been. And so that there was definitely a sense in which I thought, I've got to go out there and earn it. And I was lucky enough to kind of know what I wanted if I did earn it. So it wasn't as though I didn't have to change too many things. I just had to find that money. But once, actually, the money side is never the driver, ultimately. The driver is definitely being allowed to be free. It's the creativity, actually. It's really doing something that you're good at, and finding that when it's working, how pleasurable that is. And and the things that are very nice that follow on from that is, if it forces you to get up early in the morning and basically put yourself into harm's way throughout the day, actually, being in harm's way is a great place to find out what the world's doing and how it's changing and what are people like, and you get battered and torn and bruised, but you also have a lot of fun and a lot of laughter, and actually, life is good. Life is much better for that. And I feel very sorry for one's friends who never had to battle, because I think battling was very helpful. I equally feel very sorry for friends who essentially found themselves trapped without them realizing that the door had closed long before they realized it had closed. I think that's a big thing. And so, the question is, how do you kind of get yourself back out of there and reverse that door? I mean, it's very difficult when there's kind of no muscle memory and there's no memory of and partly I think for a lot of people it frightens them because they feel that it showed a lack of judgment in not sort of seeing that thing was happening early. I was quite lucky because my father was busy sort of doing bad things, and I remember going off to see a lawyer and say, one of my trustees are really in breach, and he said, yeah, they are. But he said, and this was right at the beginning, this was before I set up, and he said, look, Crispin, you're young, and you've learned something fantastically important very early, which is generational warfare. That essentially, actually what happened with your trustees, they were friends of your father, and they did what your father wanted, and the fact is, they weren't your friends. Why should you expect them to behave well towards you? So just take this and learn from it, and basically, build a business that is not reliant on a whole lot of people who are a different generation. Very helpful, actually, I have to say.